Hey, happy you're here. Love creating these videos for you. I also love the podcast aspect of this channel. The Psychology Is podcast is primarily interview-based.
First, we all have a conformity bias, all of us.
I've studied the work and interviewed on Psychology Is some seriously insightful and influential people on a variety of topics.
Historically, women haven't been able to do that, but now they can.
So honestly, subscribe to the channel, check out the podcast episodes that interest you, enjoy and be enriched, and thank you. Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud got to know each other very well. Freud was almost 20 years older, but respected Jung's mind tremendously. They were both pioneers of psychoanalysis, a school of psychology founded on the central idea that there is an unconscious realm of the human psyche, and unconscious of it though you may be, it exerts great influence on your conscious thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Carl Jung said that the biggest difference between his and Sigmund Freud's conception of the human psyche was that Freud could not see past the personal unconscious. And the personal unconscious is essentially a repository of past experiences. Jung recognized this personal unconscious, but also argued that the personal unconscious is underpinned by a collective unconscious. Maybe you've heard the metaphor of an iceberg to represent the human mind, where the tip of the iceberg that is exposed represents your conscious mind, that space in which you think your thoughts and feel your sense of self. The bulk of the iceberg below the waterline represents your unconscious. Well, Jung realized that this iceberg is floating in an ocean that is ultimately made of the same substance as the iceberg. The ocean is the basis of all the icebergs. The collective unconscious is the basis of all individual psyches. Here's a statement by Jung differentiating the personal and collective unconscious. While the personal unconscious is made up essentially of contents which have at one time been conscious, but which have disappeared from consciousness through having been forgotten or repressed, the contents of the collective unconscious have never been in consciousness. Whereas the personal unconscious consists for the most part of complexes, the content of the collective unconscious is made up essentially of archetypes. So, what is an archetype? The basic definition is an original model after which other similar things are patterned. A synonym could be prototype. Let's elaborate on what Jung meant by this term. He described archetypes as eternally inherited forms and primordial images. He wrote, "There are as many archetypes as there are typical situations in life. Endless repetition has engraved these experiences into our psychic constitution, not in the form of images filled with content, but at first only as forms without content, representing merely the possibility of a certain type of perception and action." So basically, archetypes refer to the innate potential for experiences, patterns of behavior, characters, symbols, and relationship dynamics that manifest in human beings from every culture and through every era of human history. They are universal psychological themes, the essence of which manifests differently in different cultures and eras, but always expressing the same fundamental theme. The way that mother's mother may differ from one culture to the next, but every infant is born into this world with the mother archetype. Every infant will seek its mother. Characters such as the hero, the trickster, or the sage can take infinite forms, but are expressive of the same fundamental psychological essence, which is embedded in a collective unconscious that we all inherit, or maybe can say emerge from. In the same way our bodies have the same vital organs, our psyches have the same archetypes.